हेलो नमस्ते नमस्कार फेरि पनि मैले लिएर आइसकेको छु बिजनेस इन्भाइरोमेन्टको नयाँ युनिट जुन चाहिँ युनिट 3 रहेको छ लिगल इन्भाइरोमेन्ट। सुरु गरौँ हामी लिगल इन्भाइरोमेन्ट। अब फर्स्ट टपिक हाम्रो सुरु हुन्छ बिजनेस लबाट। चाहे जसको कन्सेप्ट भन्नु पर्दाखेरि business law is a section of code that is involved in protecting liberties and rights, maintaining orders, resolving disputes, and establishing a standard for the business concern and their dealing with government agency and individual. Every state defined its own set of regulator and law from business organization. Similarly, it is also the responsibility of the business concerned to know the existing rules and regulations applicable to them. त्यसैगरी in Nepal, the law related to deregulation, privatization, and antitrust have created significant business opportunities. Similarly, consumer protection, environment, and labor-related law may pose threats to the businesses. Main purposes of business legislation are mentioned below: to regulate the business activities, to protect the right of business as well as consumers, to encourage the business to follow ethical practices, to develop in the business in a sustainable way, to enhance the contribution of the business sector towards national development. त्यसरी बेसिक फ्युचर्स बिजनेस लको चाहिँ बेसिक फ्युचर्स रहेको छ। फर्स्ट नम्बरमा रेगुलेसन, सेकेन्डमा बिजनेस इन्भाइरोमेन्ट र थर्डमा राइटिङ फर्म स्पिरिट सेसनल प्रोटेक्सन अफ स्टेक होल्डर्स इन्ट्रेस्ट डिप्युट रिसोल्युसन चेन। त्यसैगरी बिजनेस रिलेटेड लेजिस्लेसन रहेको छ इन नेपाल। जनरल बिजनेस रहेको छ, लेबर रिलेटेड रेगुलेसन, फाइनान्स एन्ड इन्भेस्टिगेसन रेगुलेसन, कन्ज्युमर प्रोटेक्सन लेजिस्लेसन। अब यसलाई हामी डिटेलमा पढ्नेछौँ। अगाडि जाउँ। जनरल बिजनेस लेजिस्लेसन रहेको छ हाम्रो प्राइभेट फर्म फर्स्ट नम्बर जनरल बिजनेस लेजिस्लेसन एमा छ प्राइभेट फर्म रजिस्ट्रेसन एक्ट 1958 deals with the provision of registering and operation of private firm engaged in the trade and industry. अब पार्टनरशिप एक्ट 1964 रहेको छ deals with the registration, renewal, operation and dissolution of partnership. अब सीमा रहेको company act 2006 deals with registration, operation and liquidation of company. Industrial Enterprises Act 2016 deals with the registration, operation, facilities and dissolution of industrial in Nepal. त्यसैगरी अब रहेको छ Company Act 2006. Some of the notable features of this act are incorporation. Incorporation, there should be minimum of 7 promoters for the incorporation of a public company. Application. Application is to be made for incorporation of the company to the company register office along with memorandum of association and AOA articles of association of the proposed company registration. The company registers office registers such company within 15 days and grant of the company registration certificate to the applicant. Limit liability. The limit of shareholders of a company incorporated under this act in respect to its transaction is limited to the maximum value of shares which he has subscribed or undertaken to subscribe. Number of shareholders. The number of shareholders of a private company shall not exceed 101. With public company it should be 7 in minimum and maximum of any numbers. Term to be provided. A company incorporated under this Act should abide by the following terms. The company should carry on all its activities and transactions by its name. A private company should add the words "Private Limited" to its name as the last words, and a public company should added the words "Limited" to its name as the last words. A private company cannot sell its shares and debenture publicly. A private company cannot be transferred title to its security to any person other than its shareholder without fulfilling the procedure contained in the memorandum of concessions agreement. A company cannot open a partnership or private firm. 7 number question, general meeting. The general meeting of a company should be as following: annual general meeting and extraordinary general meeting. 8 number question, board of director. The appointment and number of director of a private company should be as provided in the articles of association. Public company should have a board of director consisting of a minimum 3 and a maximum of 11 directors. 9 number question, appointment of auditor. Every company shall appoint an auditor, and appointment is made by annual general meeting. 10 number liquidation. There are different conditions and procedures for the liquidation of solvent and insolvent company. A liquidator must be appointed for liquidation. Industrial Enterprises Act 2016. Its notable features as following as first number, no work, no pay, strict punishments, punishable, employment to Nepalese citizens, easy registration, free organization, free registration of micro enterprises, on window policy, validation to electronic transaction, monetary corporate social responsibility, tax expansion. 2 number question, labor related legislation. Labor related legislation.